Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rock and Roll Spot coming at you with a comic book movie update. We'll also have a slight update on some comic book TV as well. We're going to start off with Fox's Deadpool, which apparently production has wrapped with a release date still slated for February 12th of next year. Rumors are going about of a cameo by Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, though nothing has been confirmed. In fact, when pressed in interviews about it, Hugh Jackman tends to be a little bit coy on the subject. Moving on to X-Men Apocalypse. The following actors will be returning to their roles from Days of Future Past. Nicholas Hoult as Beast, Michael Fassbender as Magneto, James McAvoy as Professor Xavier, Evan Peters as Quicksilver, and Lucas Till as Havoc. Also, Rose Byrne will be returning to the role of Moira McTaggart from First Class. Of course, there are also new cast members, for a handful of them being recast characters from the older X-Men movie, from the first batch of X-Men movies. Sophie Turner as a young Jean Grey, Ty Sheridan as young Scott Summers Cyclops, Alexandra Shipp as Aurora Monroe / Storm, Cody Smith McPhee as a young Kurt Wagner Nightcrawler, Olivia Munn as Betsy Braddock Psylocke, Oscar Isaac as Ensaba Noor / Apocalypse. Also, rumored appearances of some degree from both Hugh Jackman's Wolverine as well as Channing Tatum's Gambit. However, those are, like as I said, rumored, nothing confirmed. So, anyways, moving on to Captain America: Civil War. The following actors will be returning as to their roles from various Avengers movies. Chris Evans as Captain America, obviously. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Don Cheadle as War Machine. Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch. Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. Paul Bettany as Vision. Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. And sadly, I cannot think of the actor's name, but also Falcon will be returning as well. That's just from Avengers movies, or from the Avengers. Also returning will be Sebastian Stan's Winter Soldier, Frank Grillo's Crossbones, Agent 13, as well as Peggy Carter, as well as William Hurt returning to the role of General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, whom we last saw in the Incredible Hulk. New characters: Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa, Black Panther, Daniel Bruhl as Baron Zemo, Martin Freeman in an unspecified role, and there's also, of course, the rumored SpiderMan appearance, which we'll get to. That will come up later. Moving on to Doctor Strange. Joining Benedict Cumberbatch are apparently Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One, and I really hope I'm pronouncing this right, but Chiwetel Ejiofor as Baron Mordo. The movie is currently in pre-production and should be coming out at the end of next year, I believe. Moving on to Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice. Of course, Ben Affleck is Batman, Henry Cavill as Superman, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Jason Momoa will apparently be making his debut as Aquaman, and Ray Fisher will be making his debut as Cyborg. It is also rumored that Ezra Miller will be making his debut as The Flash. It'll also introduce Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor and Jeremy Irons' Alfred Pennyworth. There's also an appearance of Doomsday rumored, and I really hope that it's if it happens, it's like a simple tease and not a full-blown appearance. The movie has wrapped and should be coming out on March 25th of next year. Moving on to the Suicide Squad. The cast as listed on IMDb is Will Smith as Deadshot, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Jared Leto as the Joker, Jay Courtney as Captain Boomerang, Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag, taking over for Tom Hardy. Adam Beach as Slipknot, Jay Hernandez as El Diablo, Cara Delevingne as the Enchantress. Again, this is another name I hope I'm pronouncing correctly. Adewale Akinwumi Agbaje as Killer Croc. Ike Barinholtz as Hugo Strange. Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. Karina Calderon as Grace. Presumably this is Grace, who was introduced in Jed Winnington on The Outsiders. Karen Fukuhara as Katana. And Raymond Olubowale as King Shark. Also an appearance by Ben Affleck's Batman seems highly likely from recently released production stills. Concerning production stills as well, Will Smith looks very convincing in the Deadshot costume. I'm becoming more willing. As I've said, I will give him a chance, and I'm actually kind of starting to get my hopes up that he'll at least do a good job. Margot Robbie also looks pretty much just like the New 52 version of Harley Quinn. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but whatever. Filming is still in progress, with a release date set for August 5th of next year. Moving on to Wonder Woman. Of course, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, with Chris Pine rumored to be playing Steve Trevor, though that's the only casting information there is so far. It's currently in pre-production, with the director now being listed as Patty Jenkins, who directed the Charlize Theron film Monster, with the release date currently set as June 23rd of 2017. Marketed as which actually means it will be coming out on the 28th anniversary of the release of Tim Burton's Batman. Seriously, it's true. Moving on to the Spider-Man Marvel Cinematic Universe reboot. Depending on sources, the casting possibilities for Spider-Man are down to either 2 or 3 actors. One of the frontrunners, the actor was pretty much listed as being the frontrunner for the role of Peter Parker, Spider-Man, Asa Butterfield, as well as Chandler Riggs, who plays Carl on Walking Dead, are both out of contention. Anyways, the movie is currently very much in pre-production. Moving on to comic book TV. Sadly, though I hate to admit it, NBC's Constantine is officially done. However, on the plus side, Arrow executive producer Mark Guggenheim means to try to use Matt Ryan as a guest star and most likely as John Constantine. Moving on to Marvel Netflix. John Bernthal has officially been cast as the Punisher for season 2 of Daredevil, which that's kind of cool. I was pulling for Tom Jane to to get the role again, but I'll give Shane from Walking Dead a shot. Also, there was the possibility that Jason Statham would be playing Bullseye. However, negotiations fell through on one end or the other, and has led to Statham saying some rather crass things about superhero movies in general. But hey, that's his opinion. We've all got one. Also, from the Marvel Netflix shows, Jessica Jones has gone from being titled AKA Jessica Jones to now simply Jessica Jones. And that's pretty much all I got. I'll be back next week with the last weekly TV roundup of the season, or for the two. And then next Saturday we'll be back with a review of Jurassic World. As As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe to like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media. Links to both Twitter and Facebook are in the description box down below. This is the Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying, live long and rock hard.